Hello, my name is Joseph Alai. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about imagining for others. So, imagining for others, as far as manifesting for others, it is something that's amazing because you can most certainly do it. I often, every single day, imagine for many people, anyone that comes into my awareness that seems like they might want some help, or that they ask for help or ask for suggestions, or people just simply asking me specifically to imagine for them. I, in a regular basis, imagine for a lot of people and watch the manifestations unfold, and it's just such an amazing thing to experience. It is one of the most wonderful things we can do by specifically using the miraculous power inside of us to lift people out of states, like a state of awareness, a state of being, and into the state that they desire to be in. So there are, like I said, there's many examples of this, and I'll just give you a couple of them, and then I'll explain how to do it. So I had mentioned this a while ago, but my friend was addicted to drugs and not doing well, and it had been years and years and years, and there was no change in character, or it almost at this point seemed like there was no desire to even get better for this individual. So what I had done was, after all this time, it suddenly occurred to me I did not ever imagine for this person for this particular situation. So I constructed a scene that implied that he was happily and usefully whole, that he lived in a house and he had a wife and all the things that he wants, but had never been able to achieve it because of this issue that had been going on for time and time again, years and years and years. So I was on my bed, laying down, and I brought this scene into my imagination, and I just made it solidly real, and I felt that feeling inside of me. It was like a very strong love and gratitude that this person was now, like I said, happily and usefully whole. And the next day, I got a phone call, right, and he was found in a gutter, alive, but he had gotten wasted and fell asleep behind a police station in a gutter. And he went to the hospital, and he eventually, from that point on, he remained sober, and he's been sober ever since. That was through a simple act of imagining for him, as if I was there, but watching him be happy and usefully whole, living the life that he's always wanted to live. The second thing I want to talk about is I got an email from someone who wanted to get their visa to come to America, and they had it like taken away or something happened where they didn't have it, but they needed it and they wanted it so badly. And all I did was imagine receiving an email from them that they had received it. That's it. Simple as that. And it was within probably a week I got an email from that person, and they said that they had got it. And the interesting part is that another person emailed me and said that they had got theirs as well. So it's interesting how these clusters of things manifest. So you don't even understand how much power sometimes that you have by simply using your imagination lovingly for another person. You can, all things are possible, and it's possible to me and it's possible to you. I personally like imagining for other people because it gets me outside of my own mind. It gets me to stop thinking about myself, and I get to watch the power in this world. And you'll never run out of things to imagine for. You'll never run out of reasons to use your imagination, and you'll always be seeing manifestations all the time. So just to explain to you how it works and how to do it. So the same rules apply to manifesting anything else. Now, that is to construct some type of scene that would imply that it's already done. No obstacles in the middle, nothing in the way. If you could snap your fingers and that person could be how you want them to be, that's the way you want to think, as if there's nothing in between you and the end result. So you think of the person, you kind of construct a scene which would imply that they are now the person that you want them to be, or that they want to be generally. And I always think to myself, like, would I want this thing to happen to me? Because normally whatever we imagine on behalf of another, we imagine for ourselves as well. So I always try to keep it lovingly and things that I would want to have happen to me. So I outline this scene, and then I will, and sometimes it's so much easier than it is for ourselves. Like for me personally, I find that manifesting for other people is sometimes so much easier than for myself, you know. And I also find that manifesting for people whom I don't know super well is sometimes easier as well, because it's the stories generally that get in the way of manifesting for ourselves and others. Although there's nothing in the way, it's just the perception that there are things in the way. Or like, this person will never change, or we don't know that as much when we distance ourselves from a person. So that's just a little tip. It's interesting too, like when people, the less I know about a situation and the less I know about a situation and just the end that they want, that's all I want to know, because I find that I can manifest so easily for other people in that way. If I don't know the story behind it, because all the story does is it creates more story, right? So we just need to know the end and only the end. And that works for everything. That works for what we want, that works for what other people want, whatever. But anyway, we construct that scene, and then we bring them into our imagination. And so the types of scenes are this, right? So sometimes I have imaginal scenes where I am just simply opening an email from that person, and they are telling me, Joseph, I got my visa, or Joseph, whatever the case may be, I'm sober, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter, but I imagine just simply getting a text message, or getting a letter, or getting an email, and sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's all it takes, and it manifests for that individual. Now, I don't know when and how it's going to manifest, but it always generally manifests. Another way that I construct scenes is so say I have my friend, again, we'll just use him as, actually, this is something I've done. I wrote down in my book that my friends win the lottery, and then within 24 hours, someone in my Facebook group had won $55,000. So it's really just like whatever we bring into our awareness is manifested in this world. So although it has to do with another person, it still is within our awareness, and then that will manifest in this world, right? It will be brought into our awareness exactly as we pictured it to be, right? So we construct a scene based on what they want, what we feel like they want, as long as it's good. For me, that's the way that I put it, right? Because it usually will be done back unto me, and I will bring them into my mind's eye. I will receive the text message. I will have a conversation with a different friend about how the friend that I've imagined has manifested the thing that they want. I will see them in first person point of view always, and I will see them as the person that I want them to be. Or that they want to be rather. I will have a conversation with them, and they will tell me the good news about how they are the person that they want to be. So it's just the same exact logic as you would use for manifesting something for yourself, but you can manifest it for another. And in fact, if you want to manifest something, imagine it on another, and you'll watch the same thing should be replicated back unto you. And then once you play this in your imagination over and over, make it solidly real, and then you can drop it and just stand back, and you will be presented with the good news. You will be presented with the good news. I get this all the time, and it's one of the greatest things that I do. It feels so good. And I will even be soon adding something to my website, Sovereign Mind, where people can submit what they want to have me imagine for them, or they will be able to submit it, and then others will be able to imagine for them as well if they so choose to do that. I think it's a tremendous opportunity to practice your imagination. It's a tremendous opportunity to stretch your limits of what is possible in this universe, in your experience. And it just shows that you really do have the power to help other people. As I walk down the street, if I see, because I'm in San Diego, there's plenty of homeless people, I automatically see them in a different light, no matter what. I automatically see them in a different light, perhaps in a suit. And because I know after practicing this time and time again that it works. It always works. So definitely test this, and you will watch and see tremendous results come to pass. And it's so exciting to get that good news, to get that letter, to hear people telling you that they got what you imagined for them. And, and one more thing. I've received the best results when I don't tell them that I'm imagining for them. And I'm not 100% why that is, but that is generally when I've seen the most profound results in my life. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please scroll down, subscribe, hit the bell icon, go to the website sovereignmind.com, and stay tuned for more.